All right, guys, welcome back. This is Double K, and I'm back here to give you another review of this week in basketball. This week, basically, I'm going to skim over and kind of keep you updated on who the top teams in each conference are and who the league leaders are and some of the top stories in basketball right now. So let's get to them let's get to those conference leaders. Out of the East, you have the Cleveland Cavaliers sitting at 8-1, 5-1 at home, 3-0 on the road. They won their last two straight. The Cavs will continue to heat up. I believe this is going to be them throughout the season. We're probably looking at a 60-65 win team, but so far 8-1, not bad. They're trailed by a full game by the Atlanta Hawks, who sit at 72, 3-1 at home. Or 5-1 at home, 2-1 on the road. They've won 4 straight. The Hawks are an up-and-coming team that I expect to only get better as the season goes along. Next up is the Toronto Raptors. They also sit tied with the Atlanta Hawks at 7-2. They are 4-2 at home and 3-0 on the road, which is huge to me. Winning games on the road, because that comes in handy down towards the end of the stretch of the season. They're winners of 3 straight. Now moving on to the West, we have the Los Angeles Clippers sitting in one spot at 9-1. 4-1 at home, 5-0 on the road. They've won 6 straight. And they look to continue to keep rolling, but they have yet to face a Golden State or a San Antonio. They have beaten Oklahoma City though. Number 2 is sitting behind them by a game is the Golden State Warriors at 8-2. They're 4-1 at home, 4-1 on the road, and have won 4 straight. This team will continue to get better. I expect them at some point to overtake the Clippers, but this is going to be adding even more to the Clippers-Warriors rivalry than what has been there over the past few years. Tied with the Warriors, or a half game behind the Warriors at 8-3, is the San Antonio Spurs. They sit 3-3 at home and 5-0 on the road. Once again, those road wins will help them out a lot, but being able to win at home can help you get home court advantage. So we'll see what happens with it overall. The Spurs are a team that I expect to be in those top 2 or 3 come towards the end of the season, because they have the team good enough to do it. Moving on to the league leaders now. League leaders, unlike last week, or league leaders have changed a little bit from last week, being that we added the blocking category from last week that we didn't have last week, and we had a change at the rebounds per game. DeMar DeRozan is still leading the league in points per game. With 34 points. Hassan Whiteside is now your leader in rebounds. With 14.6 rebounds per game. James Harden is still leading the league in assists. At 13 a game. And Chris Paul is leading the team, or leading the league in steals. At 2.7 a game. Blocks, Anthony Davis is leading the league with 3 blocks a game. These are all players that I expect to be in the top 5, if not leading the league throughout most of the season. Some of the top stories going on right now is that the Kings supposedly are open to trading Willie Cauley-Stein. This is a move that I don't see good for the Kings, because really what they should be doing is moving Willie Cauley-Stein to that center position and letting DeMarcus Cousins play his natural position of power forward in order to maximize the usage out of both of them. Trading Willie Cauley-Stein would accomplish nothing. Even if they were to trade him to somebody like Golden State and maybe get a Klay Thompson for him, what good is that going to do you? Klay Thompson and Ja Boogie give you a great team, but Willie Cauley-Stein, DeMarcus Cousins, and Darren Collison give you a much better team. So I hope this is not true. Just like this next rumor, which is about the Warriors. The Warriors supposedly have Klay Thompson on the block. Something that Steve Kerr himself this week laughed at, and I see as a big joke as well. Why would they want to break up the chemistry and get rid of Klay Thompson? I think that he's one of the key pillar points to the team. Without the big four, we really don't have the same chemistry nor the same ability to dominate teams. Not to mention Klay is one of the best two-way defenders or two-way players in the game. Lastly is the Raptors are showing interest in 76ers center Nerlens Noel, who's had a pretty good start to the season. Hopefully he'll continue to grow. I could see that being something that helps the Raptors with their inside presence. You pair him with Biyombo, and you'll have a very formidable front line for teams like the Cavs when it comes to playoff time. So that's been it for this week in basketball. Tune in next week when I'll update you again on who your conference leaders are, league leaders, and what some of the top stories in basketball are at the time. Y'all have a great day. This has been Double K. I'll check y'all out next week. Peace.